Hello, we are at the Mining Journal Select in London, and I have the opportunity to speak with Bruce. Bruce, could you please introduce yourself?
I'm the Executive Chairman of Sheffield Resources, an ASX-listed company.
So you came here all the way from Australia, and what are you focused on? What is your company doing?
We're developing the Thunderbird mineral sands project in the far northwest of WA. It's about 75% complete and will be, it is the world's largest reserve of zircon and will be one of the largest zircon mines when it's in production.
So how does the market look like? Who's buying your product?
Yeah, so our most valuable product is a zircon concentrate, and we sell the concentrates to Chinese processors who then extract the zircon and other valuable minerals like some titanium dioxide and some rare earths. The zircon is used, about half of zircon is used in ceramics as an opacifier. The way to think about it is anything that's shiny and white in a bathroom, for example, has a lot of zircon in it.
So you just mentioned that your product is processed in China, and in the Western world there's kind of like a trend and development that there will be sanctions and kind of like disputes on the commodity. Is there an issue for you that your material goes to China only, or are there developments that you can sell your product to other parts in the world?
Yeah, it's certainly possible to sell concentrates to other places, although the reality is today, in common with many other mineral commodities, a very large proportion of the processing capacity is in China. And I guess it's a common theme for Australian companies generally. If you think about iron ore, for example, China is a dominant customer. So while geopolitics is a little more complicated, we still see that that's a key and viable market for us. We are looking at some possible purchases outside of China. However, the reality is for the near term, the bulk of the product will go into the Chinese market.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the balance sheet of your company?
Yes, so as I mentioned before, we're 75% complete on the project. The project is a joint venture, actually, with a Chinese company, and it's fully funded, so there's separate financing in place for that. We expect to complete the project in the fourth quarter of this year with remaining facilities, so the project itself is fully funded. And we just recently completed a small equity raise, about 22 million Australian dollars. And what that means, along with cash we already had on hand, that we can fully fund our corporate activities, and we actually have an opportunity to invest in a project in Brazil, and we've pre-funded that investment as well. So the idea was that we're now fully funded until cash begins to flow from the project in Australia in about 3 years' time, in early 2026.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your shareholder structure and the market cap?
Yeah, so market cap of the company is around about 200 million Australian dollars today. Shareholder structure, we have our joint venture partner, Yan Steel, own 9.9% of Sheffield. Our largest institutional shareholder is BlackRock with about 6.5%. We have some other Australian and international institutions, but they sit below the 5% disclosure level, and we do have a shareholder block in New Zealand that is a group of sophisticated investors and retail investors that represent about 15% of the company, and the balance is then retail.
This sounds all very exciting, Bruce. We wish you best of luck for the starting production at the end of the year, and good luck. Enjoy the rest of your stay.
Great, thank you very much.